I got some parts.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Frank, and today we're going to be adding some brand new parts to my 2023 Toyota 4Runner SR5. If you've checked my most recent video, you saw I did a little review on it. Kind of went over what it was and just showing that I've just got it. I had the 2021 Chevy Colorado ZR2 before this, and now we have joined the Toyota family in hopes of creating a pretty cool, modestly off-road ready Toyota 4Runner. So in today's video, we are going to go ahead and install some of these. And first, let's check out what I got, and then let's get into the install. So this first box right here that we have is from Yoda Expedition. Obviously, they're one of like the more premier brands, I feel like, online that sells Toyota 4Runner parts. I've watched a lot of their videos in the past too, so I know that just on their website they have a ton of aftermarket availability and a ton of aftermarket parts available for any kind of 4Runner out there, Tacoma, anything pretty much Toyota related. And this first one is a very basic thing that I wanted to do since first looking at the truck because it didn't come with it, and that is the blackout badging. As you can see right here. So yeah, so these are the blackout badges. I just got the very basic one, so what I did is this is for the rear emblem Toyota. This is the rear 4Runner logo, obviously done in a flat black, and then we have the side badging SR5, which we're gonna put in flat black. It's such an easy install. It's literally just a peel and stick on. As you can see in there's a 3M adhesive in here. We're just gonna peel that off, clean up the chrome on there right now, and then we're gonna stick it on there and make sure it looks all nice and perfect. That's the first one. Let's go ahead, let's open up the second box though, because this one's a little bit more in depth. So we're gonna open this guy fully up right here. Anyone have any kinds of guesses on what this is? Comment below before you see this part, so I'll be looking out. But I know it's gonna be really basic. I'm a basic B, but it's okay. I like the way it looks. So let's go ahead. Anyone have any guesses yet? Well, if you guessed the TRD Pro front grille, you would be right because obviously I had to do that. So this is the TRD Pro front grille. This is just one single piece of it. You can see the 3M adhesive tape in here too. So what we're gonna go ahead and do in today's video is we are going to remove the front end grille of my Toyota 4Runner SR5, and we're going to install the TRD Pro front grille. And it also has the 3 little amber lights that go into the center grille and the upper portion of it too. This looks like this is the actual grille, all right? As you can see. And here are the little Toyota. Here's the Toyota logo that's going to go onto that black front grille, which is therefore going to go onto the front. And here's a couple of screws right here to help fasten that onto the grille. All right, so as you can see, guys, here, these are the parts that we're going to go ahead and be installing. But as you can see, well, there's no amber lights here, and there's also nothing in the box over here as well. This is only for the letters. So I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and continue filming this video in a few days when those parts come in, because there's no point in installing it without the amber lights on here and then having to take everything back off and do it. I did notice that I checked online to look at my order to just double check everything, and it does say on there that it comes with the amber kit, the lighting and everything like that, the wiring harness and stuff like that. So I'm really not sure why they didn't put it in there. I guess whoever packed the order forgot to throw that in there. So now I'm kind of screwed and dead in the water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get back to you guys in time travel, and then we're gonna continue this video so this way we can do everything in one shot, hopefully within the next day or two. So I'll talk to you guys in a second. All right, guys, it is now Tuesday. It's been a couple of days. I reached out to the people in the customer service, and then they sent me the lights finally, and they just got here today. Honestly though, I mean, I'm looking at them, so I didn't get the actual, any like the really reputable ones. It had a lot of good reviews, but I got it off of, I don't even know, I'll put somewhere in here, I'll put somewhere the name of the company that I got this this grill from. And honestly, I mean, they're nice, these lights, but I'm not sure like how much I really trust the wiring in them. They kind of seem a little like cheap, and I don't really want to burn my truck down. So we're gonna think about honestly putting the Raptor lights on, but definitely right now we're gonna continue as planned. We are going to black out the rear badges, the SR5 and the rear Toyota 4Runner logo, and we are going to install the Pro front grille at least. So we are going to start off by installing the letters on here. Now this one is not the letters that have the 3M in the back of it where you kind of risk it falling off or anything like that. These actually have screws in it that will get screwed in to them through the other side, which is nice at least. So at least I'm pretty confident that they're not going to fly off after a few washes or anything like that. But time will tell in general, because I'm not sure, how well these screws are too, and how well the plastic is inside of these letters. So first of all, what we're gonna do is just drill some holes right in here, going all the way throughout. We're going to set up the lettering, make sure that everything is nice and straight, and then we are going to go ahead and screw them into the front here. And then we will go ahead and take apart the front grille of my 4Runner and install this. And again, like I said, not too sure how I feel about the quality of this wiring, in all honesty. I mean, I may just put them in and then I'll just electrical tape them off on the end so at least they don't rot or anything like that, and then kind of go from there. So we'll see. I'm just gonna recommend right now to you guys to honestly just spend a little bit of extra money, whatever it is, to get the real one, because I mean, these seem to be fine. Holes are done, but you can even see on here, I guess when it was in the process of making it, it didn't attach or didn't detach correctly. So I gotta shave this down a little bit because you can't leave that on there, otherwise it's gonna end up floating above it and you're gonna see it. So we gotta shave that down. So spend the extra money, get a little bit of a better quality one, in all honesty, just for right now and what I could tell immediately. We'll see how it looks afterwards, but. So what I did so far, these are the screws, this is what's left over for right now. I've only put one screw in on each one. This way I still am able to move them around. And now I'm gonna go ahead and make sure these are all perfectly level with each other and straight. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. What we're gonna go ahead and do is, once I know that these are all perfectly nice and straight with each other and everything looks good and everything seems good, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of these screws on. Alright guys, we are all done with setting this up. That was an absolute pain to do. I mean, it looks okay, but like there's really no way for it to be completely perfect just based on what they did back. It's just not happening. So with that, take my advice when I say just get the one that's already pre-done. It's just so much better. I mean, you really can't tell. It's as good as it's gonna get, in all honesty. And it's turned into a little bit of a fail. But we're gonna go ahead and still install this because I just wanna see at least what it looks like. And then we will go from there. It doesn't look terrible, but obviously could be better. Alright guys, so what we're going to go ahead and do now is take off all of these clips on here. We're going to go ahead and take off the front bumper area and take this off, and then we're going to go from there. So just to start with, the clips I'm talking about are all of these guys right here. You don't pry them up. All you do with these guys is you see that little center area right there. Just go ahead and push it in, and when doing so you can go ahead and pull them out with your finger. So we're going to go ahead, do all of these first, and then keep track of these because there's a ton of them, and then we're going to go ahead and remove this. All right, so now that we have this removed, we're going to go ahead, lift up this large piece of trim. And now all that we have left in here are these two clips right here, and then we have one 10mm right here, and then there's the other one. So what we're gonna do is just gently pry up on these guys, take this one off, and then we'll be able to finally wiggle this piece off. All right, so now that we have everything else removed, what we're gonna go ahead and do is now remove this actual upper portion. You can see the two lines right here. Just be very gentle when you're taking this off because this is where a lot of your clips are gonna tend to break. These guys you do not have to take out because these are actually a lower rail on here, and it looks like when you're pulling this up, you see these flexing because of those little clips right in there and there, which slide into here. So when you're actually pulling this, it's moving this little part of the rail too, which makes it look like it's actually these that are holding it in, which it is not. So you can see I did not take this side off yet. What we'll do is give this a little pull, and as you can see, that is really hard to take off. But anyway, here is our OEM grill right here, the upper portion. All right guys, so now we're moving on to the next part, which is getting the OEM grill and putting on this actual portion here. So you can see I did put the wrapper lights in here for now. Don't excuse my mess. We put the wrapper lights in there for now. And what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to see, but I may just electrical take these off and kind of tie them up in the back so that they're out of the way. And we'll just leave it like that for now. Otherwise, what we're going to do is remove 12 of these screws. You can see all of those guys right here. Once we do that, we'll take this apart. Alright, so we have now removed the upper portion of the trim from the OEM grill. What we're going to go ahead and do is put this now on the new aftermarket one. We're going to, these are held in by a couple of clips on the back end, as you can see, and then obviously the screws. So what we're going to do is pop this in here, screw this in, then we have the little attachment right here for the hood latch and the hood release. So what we're going to do after that is screw this into the aftermarket one, and then we're going to go ahead and put it all back on here. Alright, so now we are all done with everything on here. You can see all the new screws are on. We do have the hood latch release on here as well. Everything else is on here. So what we're going to do now is coming over to here. We're going to clean this surface up first. We're going to put the Pro front grille on here. And then followed by that, we're going to go ahead and put the upper portion of the grill on. And that should really wrap up this portion of the video. Now all we're doing here is just cleaning up that surface so that the 3M adhesive is able to stick as well as possible. And now with that on, what we are going to go ahead and do is install this second portion of it. So these clips are just going to line up. Alright guys, we're now going to move on to the next part, which is just changing out the chrome pieces on here. All we're going to do is just clean up the chrome and just stick these on. It's very self-explanatory, just some 3M adhesive. These are from Yoda Expedition, and everything seems pretty good with them. So what we're going to do is, there's no point in me really just showing that part. I'm just going to show you the finished product in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright guys, and that's going to wrap up today's video. Everything looks good, and I think the next thing that I want to get is a new roof rack, probably a low profile one, because the summer is coming and I really want to get an awning attachment and stuff like that for the beach. So if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys all for watching. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, and yeah, I love you all. So remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when I post next. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys in the next video. Take care.